Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. No shortcut to becoming a top man. No shortcut. Now let me be very clear, because I'm known for talking about select and non-select, but that's strictly a sexual hierarchy. That's strictly a sexual hierarchy. So a man could be sexually select and he could be a bum. And we all know there's plenty of bum dudes who getting women like crazy, but they don't have any power otherwise. And indeed, some select women could be, they ain't always dominant. You can get some select men, shit, they getting a bunch of bossy women who's passing them around. And yeah, of course you have some select men who are dominant, but it's strictly sex. When I talk about a top man, other people might say alpha. Other people might say 1% man, or whatever, 5%, 1%. But whatever the case, in general, we know what a top man is. Not just that man who's getting the ladies, but that man who's also dominant economically. You know, these are men who typically are going to be more upper middle class to upper class. Even though you do have some top men who, blue collar types, who created businesses. They not just the plumbers or the electricians, they own the companies. Those are top men as well. That man who builds himself. And here's the thing though, there's no shortcut to it. If you're talking about being that top man, and you could even throw sovereign man in there, but everybody recognizes top. Everybody recognizes top man. It's work. It's work. It's not something you're just going to do overnight. Because think about it. If you're talking about being top economically, there's no lottery. Indeed, there's been men who won lotteries and they lose that money right away. I'm acquainted with at least one. I'm not even sure what he's doing now. But I was acquainted through my co-parent, my ex-wife. So I was just like, yeah, he looked like he was something. But see, he was never there. He didn't do the work. See, if a man wants to build something, he has to build it from scratch, you know? And even if that guy has many advantages, say he's born to an upper class family or something, and he's getting a lot of breaks, he still has to build it. He still has to build to be even better. He still has to build. He's just given a head start. But it could be especially tough for a man who's not given a head start. And there have been men who've risen from humble beginnings to great heights, even some billionaires. I can think of one, I can't think of his name. I saw him on TV. He was on a reality show. And he had built up from a poor background. But the key word is he built it. There was no shortcut to it. He had to get educated. He had to go through businesses. He had to fail at businesses. But he built it. And then that's just one area. Of course, you know, you want the ladies too. Guys be watching this for the ladies. You're not going to become that top man with the ladies just, you know, just off of luck. Because even when I talked about select, now I said I did give one cheat code on my Patreon. I did give one cheat code on my Patreon. And it's not recent, you had to dig, or like longtime viewers might know it. I'll just say this, to even get to that point, to even use the cheat code, you got to build yourself up. Let me say that again. To even use this one cheat code, you got to build yourself to that point. Because you got to build yourself to the point you can even get a woman. It is not going to give you a woman. If you one of these dudes out here don't want to hit the gym, don't want to dress well, don't want to deal with your personality, you ain't even going to get to that point. You got to build yourself to that point. And there's no shortcut for it. No shortcut, no shortcuts, no cheat codes, anything like that. Now, people might use that term, but even then, you got to still build to even get to that cheat code. Understand something. It's about the work. It's about doing the work. If you want a better life as a man, you build it. Our nature is to build. Our nature is to build. So if you want, whatever you want, you have to build to that point. And yeah, of course, all these arguments are the same, or what I'm saying is the same as I talk about for sovereign men. And yeah, it is. But here's something real quick. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. You can't just build one part and not build the rest. Now, at times, I'm going to talk about different aspects. I'm going to talk about different aspects. Like I've seen a comment from a detractor saying, well, he talked about this, but then this other time he talked about this. Use some common sense. It's all the same thing. You know, everything is connected. Every single thing is holistic and connected. Understand that. And all of it takes work. All of it takes work. Let's get back to that money thing. Let's get back to it. I mean, I started my money channel specifically for that reason. I don't care what you want to do, whether it's body game. Okay, you're going to need money to buy, even if you're doing body weight exercise, you're not going to join a gym. You got to buy some shoes. You got to buy some shorts and stuff to work out in. And then you got to have time. You probably need to drive someplace that got a good trail if you want to run. You still need money for it. Plus, you want to eat, you want to sleep anyway. You got to build that. And if you're talking about building your sovereignty, controlling something, you really got to build that. But there's no shortcut. It's work. But see, here's the beauty of work. You can have whatever you want in life if you work for it. And the beauty is, once you work for it, nobody can take it from you. Once you do the work, you build the skills to not only get what you want, but to maintain it. To maintain it. That's why you can get some millionaires, they can go bankrupt and then make that million right back. Because they develop the skills and they learn from the mistakes. And that's another thing too. It's not going to be a straight line becoming that top man. You're going to stumble. You're going to stumble. If you hitting the gym, building your body up, there's going to be times you're going to be sore. There's going to be some times you might have lifted something wrong. Sometimes you're not going to feel like working out. You're not going to feel like working out at all. But you still going to keep going, aren't you? You got to build your body. You got to build your business. You got to build yourself. And not just your business, because some people in a career, okay, you want to have some autonomy. You want to be in a place where you run something. You want to be in a place where you get that money flowing and you're good with that money. But then that's everything else, everything you want to build. You want to build your lifestyle. You got to build it. It's not going to be handed to you. You can have anything you want, but there's no shortcut. You got to do the work. But it's worth every step of the journey. All right? So if you serious about trying to build yourself, and I'm just using top man, like I said, other people use 1%, and I already said what the real deal was with that. But hey, if it's a goal for you, whatever term you want to use, you got to do it. Whatever term you want to use, whatever you comfortable with, because ultimately it's your journey. So you can call it alpha, dominant, 20%er, but we're talking about being that man on that thorough man. I've used the term thorough. That's a slang term, East Coast slang term for a man who's just hitting on all levels. If you're not there now, you got to work to get there. And there's no shortcut. All right? So that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.